Our next guest will be tested at tomorrow's hearing on the Hill. He's the Vice President of Policy and Government Affairs, the Taxpayers Protection Alliance. Let's welcome to the program for the first time, Dan Savickas on the program. Dan, nice to meet you officially.
Thank you so much for having me. When
you sit before those members of Congress, knowing full well that some of them have made money on stock trades because of inside information, what will you be telling that panel and the American people tomorrow? Because I would assume this will be live on C-SPAN.
Yes. Well, as you suggested, I'll be suggesting an outright ban. You mentioned the Stock Act, which currently governs congressional insider trading, and enforcement has been non-existent. To call it woeful would be actually an understatement. It's non-existent. The fines for violating the Stock Act include $200 and a slap on the wrist, and even DOJ does not actually enforce most of the time. And when you consider the millions of dollars, like some of the stats you just showed, $200 is nothing to members of Congress who are willing to risk violations that could make millions and get charged $200.
Right.
Well worth it.
Oh, that's a gamble I'd take every day, Dan. I would double down on that 10 times a day. Hit me $200 per each time I trade. If I'm making millions. So let me get this straight. There's already rules on the book telling these folks not to do it, yet they're still doing it, and then no one holds them accountable because they're the ones in charge of making rules. Is that, I'm trying to get this all right. Am I right in the head now?
That's about it. The Stock Act has rules in place, and it's supposed to be up to DOJ to enforce the rule. But a lot of times, members of Congress who are in the party that controls DOJ have friends within the Department of Justice, and there's almost no enforcement. And again, like I said, even if there is enforcement, the requirement is you have to disclose what you did 45 days after, and you get fined $100, which is not a deterrent to anybody with millions on the table and the insider information that they have.
I mean, I literally screwed up that read. You heard me in your intro about how much Nancy profited in the percentile because I couldn't believe I was supposed to say 17,000. Was that right, guys? Like, are you kidding me? And if they're doing better than the guys that are the experts that are sitting on, you know, the business channels or the Wall Street professionals that are telling you, here's a stock that I would invest in, here's a sector of business I'd invest in, and you're doing 2, 3, 4 times better than those experts who also have some track on Wall Street, then you have to be doing something illegal. You have to be knowing, hey, we're about to award XY company billions of dollars in this military contract, so their stock's going to shoot way up. So let me call my hubby and tell him to buy a bunch of stock in this company. Nancy, I mean, that's how it's been going, right? For decades.
You're absolutely right. And even just a 2-year span, there was a study done between 2019 and 2021. 2 years, 3,700 different trades by members of Congress were flagged as violators of the Stock Act, almost no enforcement. And then just earlier this year, members of Congress, after the Liberation Day tariffs were announced, 2,000 trades got flagged on over 700 different companies who were directly impacted by the tariffs, flagged as being potential conflict of interest. Almost no enforcement action. We're talking about in the volume of thousands of trades over just a very short time, and almost nothing has happened. It's really showing that there's a 2-tier system. Anybody in the private sector who engages in trading like this ends up in a load of legal hot water.
Martha Stewart.
But not
That's all I'm going to say. 2 words. Martha Stewart. Right? Amen. Martha did a little something. And how many years in federal prison? And these people are doing it every day right in front of us. I did the math, by the way. 3,700 trades at $200 a piece. Fine. That's only $730 grand divided over how many members. And again, if their trades are making them millions, yeah, that's chump change, chump change. Dan, I'm looking forward to your testimony tomorrow. Please come back on, and I will put this all call out to Republicans. Now's your opportunity. You're in charge of the House, the Senate, the DOJ, the White House. Now, your time to show the American people you're for fairness. Put a rule in and stop members from trading while they're members. It should be illegal. It is illegal. Make them stop it. Dan Savickas, thank you, brother. Take care.
Thank you.
Best of luck tomorrow.